A New York City landlord is crying foul after the city fined him $1,000 for what he called a fart smell. I'm Tony, and this is Real Estate Investing and Landlord News. All right, so I have quite the interesting article for you today, and it's coming out of New York City. Obviously, New York is one of those places where they have so many rules, so many regulations that it makes it very, very difficult to be a landlord there. And in this case, one of those rules is building inspections, and the building inspectors, they oftentimes will go out of their way to find little things that could be corrected easily just so they can cite somebody, and it's almost like it's a game to them. Okay, this is part of the reason why I don't like building inspections. Now, I know they are necessary. Okay, I know they're necessary because I deal with them here in Omaha. I dealt with them in Kansas City when I invested there. I dealt with them in Phoenix when I invested there. So this is just something that is very common. I might not agree with it because most landlords are doing their job and doing it right, but it's something we deal with regardless. So you know what? If a building inspector finds something stupid, like a smell they don't like, and they don't give you the opportunity to fix it, well, I call that a big problem, and in this case, that's exactly what happened. So they decided, rather than giving the landlord the opportunity to fix this problem, they just fined him $1,000. Okay, $1,000 for a smell. Now, it could be as simple as, oh, okay, well, we got some trash over here that's stinking up the place. Let me just get rid of that trash. But no, here's your fine. You're a crappy landlord. This is how we get falsely labeled with the term slumlord, by garbage like this, okay? So before I get into the article, go ahead, hit the like, subscribe button, maybe leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. So first of all, have you ever been hit on a building inspection for some BS, okay, for some complete garbage? I have. Okay, and I'm talking specifically about Section 8 inspections where, stuff that shouldn't have been an issue, like, oh, well, the screen on my screen door was ripped. And I'm like, yeah, it is ripped, but the tenant did that and it's not causing any issues. Well, you've got to fix it. And this is a big problem. Like, okay. And we jumped on it. We fixed it, of course. But, just little stuff like that, paint peeling, fart smells, like in this story, whatever it is. Have you ever dealt with issues like that from a building inspection? Anyway, let me get into this article. We can talk about this whole situation. This article is coming from the New York Post, and it says, landlord raises stink over $1,000 fine for foul odor resembling animal waste in New York City building. It's a fart complaint. See, the landlord saying right there, this is a fart complaint. Anyway, let's get into the article. A landlord is raising a stink over the city fining him for a foul odor in his Bronx building, which he claims is just a fart complaint. John Crowdy, co-owner of the East 147th Street Housing Development Fund Corp., got socked with a $1,000 summons from the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene for the stink, which an inspector identified as resembling animal waste. A nuisance condition exists in that a foul odor resembling animal waste was detected at the bottom of the stairwell located at the lower level front exterior of the premises, reads the September 23rd violation, issued by Health Inspector Eric Hahn at the 21-unit apartment building at 539 East 147th Street. Minimum penalty $1,000, a copy of the violation says. But Crotty is crying foul, telling the Post the only thing that stinks is the summons. This is totally outrageous, Crotty said, denying there being animal waste in his building. It's a fart complaint, he added, joking that maybe the health inspector got crop dusted. Crotty and the building superintendent, Rashad Pryatt, said there's instances of getting hit with a $50 ticket from the City Department of Sanitation for a violation regarding a defective trash container or issues with garbage pickup. They then rectify the problem to curb odors and prevent rat infestations. But a $1,000 fine from the health department over a mysterious foul smell is unprecedented and noxious, they said. So yeah, they're comparing it to getting a $50 fine for, a problem with a trash container, which, that's reasonable. It's still kind of stupid in my opinion. To me, these should be warnings at best. Like, hey, get this thing fixed or we will fine you. Not, we're going to fine you and then get it fixed. That's, Talk about driving people out of the business, okay? That's exactly what these city inspectors are doing, okay? Warn first, right? If there's non-compliance, then fine. That would seem to be logical, but no, instead it's fine first. You know, you don't even know that there's a problem sometimes. And believe me, you operate a lot of apartment units and you start to realize, hey, I don't know everything that's going on all the time because there's just so many units, there's so many moving parts and pieces, and we're doing the best we can. And we're not intentionally trying to keep our place in disrepair, but, you know, give us an opportunity to at least fix the problem. And that's what these big bureaucracies like New York City, they have no leniency on you. So you got to be on the ball all the time. You have to be, you know, work it into your budget that you're going to be paying these sorts of fines, because they are going to just pop up and there's nothing, absolutely nothing you can do about it. So yeah, I think $1,000 is outrageous. And yeah, I think they should have had the opportunity to fix it, or should have been given a much smaller fine. Instead, you know, they were given this big fine for a smell that can easily be corrected. Crowdy will fight the summons before the City Office of Administration, Trials and Hearings on October 28th, he said. Prior, the building super also denied there was animal poop on the premises. No, there was no animal waste. These people are crazy, he said. He provided a post with a picture of the building and sidewalk when he cleaned up the garbage on September 23rd, the date of the alleged poop odors. The building complex is in a dense and heavily trafficked area with Public School 277 located next door. It's not me, it's this area, this neighborhood, especially with the smell, Pryor said. I don't know what else to do. A longtime tenant said they had smelled something foul for a few days but didn't think much of it. It did smell like S, the dweller told the Post on Monday, but it only lasted a couple of days. It could have just been from the garbage. A lot of people in the building have pets, so it could have just been like a buildup in the garbage, the resident added. And that's a good point right there, okay? A lot of people in the building have pets. What do you think they're doing with the pet waste? Okay? They are putting it in their trash can. And let's say that there is a large buildup of pet waste in the trash. You put it in the trash can. That stinky boo-boo smell is going to waft possibly into the building. Now, why do I know this? Because I have a dog, and I pick up dog boo-boo in my backyard, you know, a couple of times a week. And so until the trash day comes, I store it in a little garbage container, right? And probably within a nice 10-foot range of that container, it smells like crap. It smells awful, okay? So that's why I don't keep it up by the house because I don't want to be smelling dog boo-boo all the time. So, you know, I'm imagining that, hey, maybe there was an issue. Maybe there was some stinky trash and that smell wafted into the building. The tenant said they smelled it, but the problem was gone within a few days. Unfortunately, okay, what happens is the inspector comes within those few days, smells it, and thinks, oh, it's a major problem. This is a huge problem. This whole building, you know, there's garbage everywhere. But when you walk through the building, you don't see any garbage. When you walk through the building, you don't see any dog waste anywhere. You just smell the smell. And rather than using logic and saying to the person who is, you know, the building super, or to the landlord, hey, just, you know, clean this up and there won't be an issue, you say, here's $1,000 fine. Okay? This is my problem. Okay? Big bureaucracies like New York, they have no logic, no common sense, and they punish landlords for things that are beyond their control. Section 7 of the City Code spells out a $1,000 fine for failing to abate or remediate a nuisance, such as a foul odor. A DOH spokesman defended the fine, saying the Health Department promotes livable neighborhoods and residences by taking action when problematic conditions are identified. The rep also said the violation indicates that there indeed was animal waste on the premises. The department did not immediately have data on how many such odor violations it had issued to landlords. Yeah, and so here's the thing. Yeah, there was animal waste on the premises. Why? Because it is a 21-unit building with a bunch of people with pets. I mean, I'm just saying. You could walk around my neighborhood. A lot of my neighbors have pets, and you will see boo-boo from time to time. Now imagine if everybody was condensed down into one building. Okay, not every tenant is following the rules. So the first thing I would do would be I would post up signs reminding my tenants that, hey, we need to pick up our animal waste and put it in the trash. Okay. The second thing that I would do, right, would be to pay the fine. Complain to the city. I'm glad that they wrote this article because, you got to put a spotlight on the ridiculousness of these bureaucracies sometimes. So what do you think? Okay. Do you think that this fine was ridiculous? Do you think this landlord is in the wrong? Or do you think, like I do, that this is all overblown by a bunch of bureaucratic morons?